for the presidency. If one studies the Illuminati and the methods that they use, and you referred to bloodline, this was while I was searching for Obamas in the United States, I came across the name David Adjoa Obama. Now, Obama claims he never met his stepbrother David, who was supposedly in Kenya. But I've uncovered information that not only did he meet him, but he may have spent long periods of time with him, and that if he died in a motorcycle accident in 1987, they merely took his name and used it as an alias. That name led me to this insignificant little detail that a baby lived 56 days and died on December 25th, 2004. The 56 days transpires from Halloween to Christmas Day. It so happens that Dunham, Stanley Armour Dunham's father, who went by the name, this is part of the fiction, Ralph Waldo Emerson Dunham. Again, we have the same kind of names that McCain's clan used. Okay. Benjamin Franklin Dunham and Andrew Hamilton Dunham.
George Washington Carver Jones, Abraham Lincoln Dunham. Go ahead.
Yes, exactly. Okay, the significance is to read the numerology here, okay? 56 days, or the number 56 adds up to an 11. Okay, people will remember 11, such as in 9/11, okay? That's an Illuminati number. That's a black magic or a satanic number that's used in rituals. Now, the time that spanned from when that baby died on December 25th of 2004, going back to the birth date in 1894 on December 25th of Ralph Waldo Emerson, is 110 years, exactly to the day. That means that that number 110 be reduced to an 11. So now we have 1111. The next day, December 26th of 2004, the Indonesian tsunami hit. 146,000 people died. 1 plus 4 is 5 plus 6 is 11. Now we have 3 11s. Okay? This is not me making this up. This is what they do.
This is numerology, right? No,
this is numerology. Now, a unit number of the condominium in Florida in the life estate name of this baby that was sacrificed is 111. It had to be that way because of how they numbered the apartments, but the significance is, again, the number 11. Let's add 11 plus 11 plus 11 plus 11, and what do you get?
Yeah, that's 4 11. That's 44.
44.
44th president. The 44th president.
Okay, so whether whether this sacrifice holds water in my belief system or not is another thing. I'm just describing what they do.
Well, it's literally astonishing. That, people could say, that's just a coincidence, but it's more than just a coincidence when you see it happening repetitively, and not only this, but numerous other circumstances as well. We got to take a break. We'll be back with a final segment with my guest Don Nicoloff in 3. Stick with us, folks. More to come.
Hi, neighbor. This is Steve Shank, Fearless Task Force. Life is a gamble, but you can stack the deck. If you knew what I know about all the problems food will protect you from, you'd start immediately to put every effort and dollar you can get into the biggest supply of food possible. When the dollar and economy crash, when the imported and genetically poisoned food is all that's left, when the quarantine and bird flu hit, our only protection and only chance to be fearless is having control of our own supply of food and enough of it. But if you knew what we haven't yet discovered, you wouldn't waste time listening to the rest of this announcement before charging out and getting a serious food supply. Decide, it's food now or probably never. But can you afford to be wrong? Decide now. Place your bet. Can you afford to be wrong? Call 800-409-5633 on the web efoodsdirect.com. Call 800-409-5633.
Lee Rogers here. The global controllers are continuing their quest to enslave humanity and form their new world order. The one thing standing in their way are free thinkers who reject collectivism and support individual liberty. In these troubled times, it is imperative that we the people are not destroyed for a lack of knowledge, but are instead empowered with information. RogueGovernment.com and BlacklistNews.com are two of the best sources of alternative news and information on the internet. Whether it's geopolitics, globalism, government corruption, the unraveling global economy, staged elections, false flag terrorism, the technological control grid, martial law, the police state, or issues of real significance, you'll find them on these websites. RogueGovernment.com and BlacklistNews.com feature raw, fully sourced information with no intrusive advertisements. Be sure to visit these sites and empower yourself with the news and information the corporate-controlled mockingbirds don't want you to know about.
MySpace. Many people do not realize how effective a marketing tool it can be. CTWpromotions.com understands your needs. All of their campaigns are fully customized and targeted to each client individually. Whether you have a music/business or a freedom/patriot-related profile, CTW can and will help you get more out of your MySpace profile than you ever could yourself. Clients may typically receive upwards of 2,000 new targeted friends, fans, and networking partners per week. Visit their website to review real testimonials and more. Unlike many others, we guarantee legitimate work. Please visit or email MikeCTW at www.ctwpromotions.com or promotions@conquertheworld.com. Again, that website is www.ctwpromotions.com.
You are now listening to Oracle Broadcasting, the home of cutting-edge talk radio.
All right, folks, we're back with the final segment of the American Awakening with my special guest, Don Nicoloff. And Don, before we leave this particular subject on this 56-day-old Maryland baby, we don't know who her parents were. How did we wind up finding out about this death? Or, you say it was a sacrifice?
I say it's a sacrifice on the basis of the information. First of all, we never heard about this baby, yet the baby had a Social Security number, and it was in Maryland. Now, who do we know what Obama would have been in Maryland? I had already discovered numerous addresses under aliases in Hyattsville, Maryland, and Silver Spring, Maryland, and I suppose if one could actually get someone to tell the truth in Washington, we'd find out where Barack Obama actually lived when he's on duty as a senator. Of course, he was probably there less than anyone else during the 4 years that he was supposedly a United States senator. So the way I found it was unexpected, and yet at the same time I was looking for any connection, and I found one. Now, we're asking the same question about Obama, are we not? We're asking who his parents are at this point, because there certainly isn't proof that anybody who has played a role as a so-called parent is really a parent. No pun intended there.
No, it's just, Don, it's downright mind-boggling that, we live in the here and now. I mean, most people do, and their level of consciousness is, predicated on what their environment happens to be. But we look at this, and we look at this occult, this black magic, numerology, Luciferian, call it what you will, but this stuff is made